everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is George and today I'm going to be watching season 5 episode 14 of Supernatural. If you want access to my uncut reactions, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Last episode kind of played homage to my favourite episode of Supernatural, I think. Potentially, I don't know. In the beginning, Dean and Sam went back in time because Anna did. Well, first off, Anna had escaped from the prison in heaven and was planning to kill Sam in order to prevent the apocalypse from happening, and she ended up going back in time to try and stop Sam from ever being conceived. So Castiel took Sam and Dean into the past and it kind of knocked him for 6 and he like fainted when he was there, so he was completely out of the whole mission. But he took them back and they got to see their parents again and try and stop Anna from killing Sam, which they did succeed in doing. She never did kill him, but it was Michael that stopped them. Michael showed up and he possessed John's body, and he kind of had a whole scene with Dean speaking about the plan and how everything is how it's supposed to be. Free will is an illusion. Dean can't make his own choices in this world, so he basically just has to suck it up and he will submit eventually because the plan will go to plan. But he did say how vessels run in bloodline, so he could possess John because he is obviously part of their bloodline. And it did take me back to the rapture when Castiel possessed Jimmy and his daughter Claire, and I don't know why I ever put that together before, that clearly it does run in bloodlines, but you know, a little slow on these type of things. But I'm wondering, what does that mean with regards to Sam, Lucifer, Michael and Dean? Because while he said that Dean is his true vessel and Sam is Lucifer's true vessel, does that mean that either could switch? So like Lucifer could be in Dean's body and Michael could be in Sam's. They're clearly not the true vessels, but there's a possibility they could still do it, right? So I wonder if there'll be a plot twist down the line where they're both possessed, but they're possessed by the wrong person. Anna got killed, Michael showed up and he killed her, so bye Anna, but I'm sorry, I'll take losing you over Sam. I did really like her at the beginning, but when it comes to killing one of the Winchester boys, we can't have you around. I'm so sorry. It was lovely that Sam got to go back and see his parents this time. He never gets to see their mum, especially. He never gets to go back and see them. It feels like Dean does that all the time. Well, not all the time, but he's done that a few times now. So it was really nice that Sam got to finally meet her and have moments with her. It was really, really nice. And again, I like seeing John young because young John is the best. The oblivious to monsters John was just a really nice man, and we got to see him finding out about monsters in the supernatural world, but his memory got erased by Michael. Both of their memories did, in fact, so they both never know of their meeting. It also makes sense thinking about it now. If their memories were wiped, Mary wouldn't have remembered what Dean said to her about not going upstairs on that fateful night in 1983. So she never knew. It got completely obliterated from her memory. So it wasn't that she just forgot, it was literally she couldn't possibly remember. This show is really good at making callbacks, things like that, which is why I like it so much. There's rarely a massive plot hole in sight. Castiel turned out to be okay. Michael sent them back to the present day and Castiel was still alive, so all is good in the hood there, but the apocalypse obviously is still looming on the horizon.
Oh god, I respect the crap out of you right now.
Shut up.
Oh, what the hell? Oh,
Your neck.
she
I
bit
think I
him.
bit you.
It's good.
Is it though? Okay, that's a bit much, don't you think?
I want you, Russell. All of you. Inside me.
Whoa. Oh my god, what is happening? Well, red is the colour for Valentine's Day, I suppose, but that takes it a bit too far.
So, you were the one who
They
found the
both
bodies?
died?
There was blood everywhere. And other stuff.
Oh.
How could two people even do that? Eat each other to death?
Oh, it was
That's a weird
cannibalism.
question.
I did think it was vampires at first.
She was a nice girl. And I'm talking like a nice girl.
Pure girl.
Like she still had her promise ring, if you know what I mean.
She was a virgin.
No premarital.
Oh, gosh,
to
that was
wonder
really
how
out
she
of
did it.
character then.
You didn't see these bodies. I mean, these two started eating and they just kept going.
I mean, their stomachs were full.
Oh my god, I'm glad we didn't see it, but for once they didn't show us that kind of thing.
Where am I going?
Dean, it's Valentine's Day. Your favorite holiday, remember?
Guess I'm not feeling it this year.
Oh gosh.
So you're not into
not a
bars
good
full
sign.
of lonely women?
For Dean Winchester, that is worrying.
What?
That's when a dog doesn't eat. That's when you know something's really wrong.
Brad, just give me 2 minutes. No, man, no. I'm the project leader on this thing. And I'm not gonna half-ass it just because my wingman has gone mental over some chick he met like a week ago.
You can't choose work over me, Jim.
I won't, Janice.
What is this story?
Due respect, but honestly,
What's
bro,
happening? It's only been a week. Ah!
something in life is always gonna keep us apart.
It almost feels like a spell.
Family, sleep.
No prison, maybe.
What is wrong with these people? And it's like all in one day as well, Valentine's Day. Why are you looking at him like that?
Good and plenties are already Tupperware.
Super.
I don't know how people can be in that line of work. This is truly out of this world for me.
Be my Valentine.
Did he just do that with a heart?
Looks like some kind of letter. Oh no. I think it's Enochian.
Like angel scratches? So you think it's like the tagging on our ribs?
Dean, I don't know.
Hell.
Oh, heaven, more like.
Cass, it's Dean. Yeah, room 31C, basement level, St. James Medical Center. I'm there now.
That was fast.
Yeah, I get that.
This man and woman were intended to mate.
Okay, but who put him there?
And when?
Your people call him Cupid. What human myth is mistaken for Cupid is actually a lower order of angel. Technically, it's a cherub.
You mean the little flying fat kid in diapers?
Mm-hmm.
They're not incontinent.
Anyway,
What I'm saying is a Cupid has gone rogue, and we have to stop him before he kills again.
you're not hungry.
No.
Oh my god, what is happening to him?
What? I'm not hungry.
Then you're not gonna finish that.
Is he only hungry for human flesh?
He's here.
Was Castiel about to eat? I thought he was looking at Dean like, ew, what humans need to eat. You know, some funny dialogue in his head about how humans have to eat to survive and all that, because I assume that he doesn't. But he was about to try that burger. What is happening?
Jess, where is he?
I have him tethered. Soda, comma, Mara.
It's so funny that Castiel could just be making this stuff up as he goes along. I have him tethered, but they can't see a thing.
So where is he?
Here I am. Is he actually wearing the nappy?
Help! Oh, help! Oh, no way. Oh. This is Cupid?
Yes.
Look at you, huh?
No.
Yeah.
He just loves everyone.
This is their handshake.
It's
I
called
don't
the
like it.
hug.
No one likes it. Why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Your targets, the ones you marked, they're slaughtering each other.
I don't know what to say.
We love a man in touch with his emotions.
We didn't mean to, hurt your feelings.
Love is more word to me, you know? Like, I love love. I love it. And if that's wrong, I don't want to be right. I was following my orders. Read my mind. You'll see.
He's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Why does heaven care if Harry meets Sally? Oh, mostly they don't. You know, certain bloodlines, certain destinies. Oh, like yours. The union of John and Mary Winchester, very big deal upstairs. Top priority arrangement.
Makes sense.
Ooh, they couldn't stand each other at first, but when we were done with them,
Really?
perfect couple.
Oh.
Perfect. Yeah. They're dead. You and Sam needed to be born. Your parents were just, meant to be. A match made in heaven.
He makes it sound like such a good thing.
Son of a bitch.
Last night, he decided to go on a Twinkie binge. After he blew out the band around his stomach, he filled it up till it burst. When he could no longer swallow, he started jamming the cakes down his gullet with
That's some binge.
a toilet brush.
Where do the writers pull this stuff from?
Hey, so, this guy was not marked by Cupid, but his death is definitely suspicious.
Oh, okay, that man's here again. Seeing the same stranger twice is cause for concern.
what you are, damn it.
Don't do it, Sam. Do not do it. No.
What the hell was that?
It's a human soul. Starting to make sense.
Why is Castiel eating? This is odd.
Exactly. My hunger. It's a clue, actually.
Yeah, it
For
has to
what?
be.
This town isn't suffering from some love gone wrong effect. Famine.
Famine?
Four
As in
Horsemen.
The Horsemen?
Great.
Everyone seems to be starving for something. Sex, attention, drugs, love.
Is that Famine? This old dude?
And great will be the horseman's hunger, for he is hunger. His hunger will seep out and poison the air.
Oh god, they are rabid, aren't they? Oh, that's so gross. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my god, his hands, his hands.
Must devour the souls of his victims.
All you can eat.
Sam Winchester, the vessel. He's here.
He's gonna make Sam hungry for blood, isn't he? ICBA. ICBA.
Where is it?
Sorry.
The one who loves cream cake so much. Where is his soul?
I'm sorry, no, the Winchester took the case from me.
But I'm hungry!
I'll get another.
There are
I
plenty
won't
of
be 10
people here.
minutes.
Can't you just nick one of their souls?
Delicious.
A bit creepy, isn't it?
So what? This whole town is just gonna eat, drink, and screw itself to death?
We should stop it.
You think Famine's got a class ring too?
I know he does.
Well, okay, let's track him down and get to chopping. Sam, let's roll.
Oh my god, the pulse. He can hear pulsating.
I can't go.
What do you mean?
I think it got to me, Dean.
He wants blood.
I think I'm hungry for it.
Demon blood? You gotta be kidding me.
You better lock me down. But good.
Don't go setting him free this time, Castiel. I still remember.
Well, just hang in there. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Be careful. And hurry.
Put your corner around.
You haven't heard?
Oh, they got him too. What was his hunger
The guy's
for?
been dry for the last 20 years.
Alcohol.
This morning he left work, went home, and drank himself to death.
It's famine.
I love how, like, over a year he's spent now coming down to earth and he still doesn't have the social presence.
They haven't harvested his soul yet.
It's
Are
no
you
longer
serious?
the angel wings associated with Castiel, it's the rustle of the food bag.
You should make me very happy. Well, slowly but surely, everyone in this town is falling prey to famine, but so far you seem unaffected.
It's the complete opposite of it. Who has arrived?
I think I'm still
Who are you?
hungry.
I bet we can break off a few pieces.
His soul isn't ready yet, though. Although they might be about to be the victims. Ladies first, I guess. Oh, God. Oh. Powers. Oh. Powers are back.
Wait your turn.
I love the powers so much, but I don't like what it means in order to get them.
You want to go over the plan again? Hey, Happy Meal. The plan.
He's gonna end up sucking that tinfoil dry in a second. Oh, that's disgusting. Please don't pull him out. I don't want to see.
Cass.
Oh my god, no. Castiel, stop it!
Hunger doesn't just come from the body, it also comes from the soul.
It's funny, it doesn't seem to be coming from mine. I like to think it's because of my strength of character.
I see. That's one deep dark. Nothing you got there, Dean.
Nothing.
With food or drink. Not even with sex.
He's so unhappy he can't fill the void anymore.
I can see inside you, Dean. I can see how broken you are. You're not hungry, Dean, because inside you're already dead.
Let him go.
Oh, that feels like he's just given up then, doesn't it?
Sam, I see you got the snack I sent you.
I knew that would be part of his plan. It had to be.
The exception that proves the rule, just the way Satan wanted you to be.
He's doing it with powers. That's a good sign, though, isn't it? He must have drank a lot. But swings and roundabouts, you know? Oh, he looks so happy doing it. He's at peace. That feeling again. Don't succumb.
If you don't want them, then I'll have them.
Slice that hand off.
Your power doesn't work on me.
It will work on them.
He can just bring them back out. Oh! Every single one. Another fight is looming.
Dean, Sam just has to get it out of his system. And then he'll be...
Listen, I just need to get some air. Please. I need some help.
He's turning to God again.
Please.
I feel so much for Dean because it feels like ever since that conversation with Michael, he's losing more and more hope. And the fact that Famine wasn't even having an effect on him, and I will say something about Famine in a second, but Famine not having the same effect on him as it did for other people shows that he's becoming less and less of himself. And he did say, like, I drink when I want, I eat when I want, like as if he is clinging to that free will. I do think he is starting to just give up to the plan. I think at the end of the day, all he wants is for this to be over, and whatever way that happens, if being Michael's best ends up being the best possible way, I think it will reach a time when he does it. Michael did say that him and Dean are very similar. They both raise their brothers. Neither of them want to kill them, but it's a necessity. And I think Dean is starting to lean in the way of potentially doing that. Like, not necessarily himself, but I think he will end up agreeing to Michael. I'm more confident on that than Sam at this point. Sam agreeing to Lucifer. I still see so much fight left in Sam, and even though Sam got affected by Famine and started craving demon blood, he sucked dry the 2 that came for him, but when given the opportunity to go for 5 more, he didn't take it. He used the strength and power that he gained to exercise their souls, and Famine took them, and then he sucked everything out of him too to stop the curse. So he still had the option there, even though he was craving, and even though he has that addiction prior and Famine was accelerating it, he still said no. And I think that is so important, which makes me not lose hope for him, because even under those dire circumstances, he still was able to say no. And obviously they do have to go through this whole detox scenario again with chaining him up and letting it leave his system again, but it's an addiction. It has to be done, and this time it wasn't necessarily his fault that it got awoken. It just awoke something that was already there. Same with Castiel and the burgers. Like, Jimmy is still alive in there somewhere and craving those burgers, and it got awoken in him. But what really surprises me is that when it comes to Famine, when I think of Famine, I think of people being starved. Like, I would have thought if Famine was coming into it that he was going to make people die, because he would starve them of the things they need, like food and, you know, whatever, mainly food and water. But they were really creative with the way of making them already starving and then satiating their hunger way too much. I thought that was a really interesting twist, because that's so not how I would have viewed it. When I think of Famine, I think of people starving to death, not eating themselves to death with whatever means they're craving. So that was really interesting. and the various ways that people were doing it, like craving affection, so eating other people, literally craving Twinkies after a gastric bypass, so eating Twinkies to death. And then obviously alcoholism was in there, and Sam's demon blood obsession, and Castiel the burgers. Thankfully he didn't go too overboard. But it almost did have both effects, because Dean was eating less and less, and while it wasn't having the intended effect on him, I feel like the way it affected Dean was the way I imagined it to affect everyone, if that makes sense. Like Dean eating less and less and becoming less and less himself. That's how I thought it would play out if Famine were to come into it. I'm glad they brought the storyline of the Four Horsemen back. It was seeming like, oh my gosh, we've only had one in the second episode, so it's been 12 episodes since they were even brought up. So it had been a while, and I was thinking, you know, like, with this storyline hasn't quite gone as I expected. I thought they were going to be a really big villain for the season, but 12 episodes on, the second one has appeared, so there's 2 more to go for final episode. Well, no, not necessarily 2 more to go. I imagine these 2 will be brought back, as they haven't died, but they've lost their power. But with Famine, he could bring it back though, right? He didn't actually die. He could just feed on more souls and make himself powerful again, right? Or am I misunderstanding, as always it seems? But I think they'll all be brought back at some point. We'll probably meet each of the Four Horsemen individually, and then they'll come back again towards the end of the season as, like, you know, one of the biggies in the apocalypse fight. Oh, I'm nervous for the apocalypse fight, to be honest. But yeah, I see more strain for Sam and Dean from this episode, because the demon blood, the sore topic, has been brought back up again. And I don't blame Sam for this, you know, striking up again. I blame Famine for doing it, but it looked like Dean, as soon as it was mentioned that demon blood was what Sam was craving, he was like, you gotta be kidding me. So yeah, it is taking that toll on him. And he's turned to God for help, which is really bleak, because they turned their back on all of heaven, really, didn't they? And God's MIA, so he's probably not even going to help them. But just seeing it, every time he turns to God, it's always whenever they're in dire need. So it means he's at a really low point, and I am a bit worried about where things are going to go from here with regards to the decisions that he makes. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for my reaction to season 5 episode 14 of Supernatural. If you want access to my uncut reactions, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for episode 15. Bye.
I like 'em sweet but naughty, pimples on the cheeks. I bet you taste like berries, so how could